We're at a point where I do want to now transition to the Giannis headbutt because that's another scrappy.
I mean, it's just must talk about. Like we have to. We would be doing everybody a disservice if we didn't bring it up in some capacity.
It's another altercation.
So, we'll talk about it if you promise me that if the MVP, Finals MVP, comes on your podcast soon, you ask him the same question.
100%.
Because I'm super curious. I want to be in a room with him and ask him about it too because I'm super curious what happened there.
Well, no. So he's coming downhill in transition.
Yeah, okay.
Right? You take a
started
charge.
a little earlier.
Paint the picture. Somebody paint the picture.
You paint the picture.
You paint the picture.
So it was It was kind of a chippy game. It seemed like, this is from my perspective.
It's also set the table first. Like it's the Washington Wizards who had lost 6 straight in the bubble against the Milwaukee Bucks. Who were about to
be the number one
beat
seed.
the Miami Heat in the playoffs and aren't.
I'd actually like to set a bigger table here.
Okay.
In that generally you are somewhat of an agitator.
Provocative.
And I think that you've almost kind of like worn that hat proudly of like, this is who I'm going to be. This is kind of like what I'm bringing to the table. I'm going to take charges. I'm going to kind of get in people's heads. So I just want to lead with that. Go ahead.
Led the league in charges.
Yeah. I'm not saying that as a negative or as a jab.
No, that's a
I
compliment.
think it's like mental warfare.
And that's like what we're talking about. Like, be good at what you're good at. Like that's your values. So
it's an element you bring
it's
to
your
the game.
superpower. So also like the superpower, like then be good at it. Like obviously, and I'm trying to. Obviously, you can't get to a point where it has to help you and your team. You can't surpass that, and then you're just in your different world. And I don't know, you do just crazy shit all game because you're trying to provoke somebody. That's not the point of doing that at all. But the Giannis thing was. I mean, I don't know if we painted a picture enough, but
you're being an agitator. You're being provocative. You're playing with joy, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I guess we did play them very physical. We actually played them really well. That was also their second last game before the playoffs against the Orlando Magic.
I think they already had the 1 seed locked up.
They did not give a fuck.
Yeah.
So and I respect Giannis playing in that game. Honestly, like you got to credit them. They went for the whole squad. They went in there. And they played against us, a team that literally has no business of being there. Right, like we had lost 6 straight. The bubble is over in like 4 days, and we're so excited to go on vacation because the last 6 weeks have been hell. And you kind of try to get out of Orlando as soon as possible. So that's
be careful. That's your city now.
That's your home
or
city.
Disney World.
Yeah, there you go. Better.
Go Orlando, O-Town, baby. But nothing against Orlando, obviously. So you're trying to get out of your fucking hotel room. And that's the different mindsets colliding in that game. And then also there's that point where Giannis is the MVP, you know it, and you're obviously trying to piss him off a little bit. Or the best team in the league right now, try to piss them off. And because nobody thinks you can win anyway, so might as well have some fun. So we did play them pretty well and instigated. I mean, we were just very physical with them, I think. That being said, Giannis played 11 minutes that game and had a double-double with like 5 assists. So it's like incredible. When you look at the stat sheet, like I think he had like 4 points that game. I played for 35 minutes and I got him ejected and he had like 13, 12, and 5 in like 9 minutes. Which is like absurd to think about. So, yeah, he flat out headbutted me. I mean,
we skipped some
got
steps.
right to the chase.
That's all what happens, dude. That's all what happens.
He's coming downhill after a little bit of a chippy game. You take a charge with some flair. There's some sauce on the charge.
Some European flair.
Yeah, that shit hurts too. I'm not gonna lie. You can't do that. I always think like, okay, I have like maybe 50 charges left in my life because that shit really hurts.
So
Especially if Giannis runs into you.
If everyone has a certain amount, you're getting there very quickly.
No, I'm there soon.
No, so then a timeout's called.
Hold on. So it starts earlier, and I think this is where Giannis gets pissed is the fact that there's a box out before that play, and Giannis like has very long legs, and I don't blindside him on purpose, but like I box him out hands high on the weak side, like push him underneath the basket. That being said, Giannis doesn't have to box out anybody because he grabs like 30 rebounds a game just by being there. It's like incredible to watch. So I'm over there just like trying to push him underneath.
Doing your job.
Yeah, I'm doing my job, trying to get, and I hit him a little, I think, unlucky and not on purpose. That being said, it's hard for people to believe that, but It's just what
I
it
believe
is.
that.
I believe that.
And he falls awkward. He falls awkwardly. And obviously, when the MVP falls, like people get like, "Oh shit!" And then I'm like, it's a mix between like, okay, he just fell because I boxed him out, and also like being surprised. Why the fuck did he just fall that easily? And I look back and I'm like, look at him. I don't say anything. I don't look at him, and I think he took it as, yeah, sit down, like type shit, and got up. Budenholzer is calling a play, and I'm watching Giannis the entire time. Budenholzer is calling a play, and Giannis said, "Fuck that! Give me the ball. Give me the ball." Takes the ball and just dribbles downhill, like with his look on his eyes, like he's trying to fucking kill me. And I literally just fell and hope that the ref would call a foul. And the ref called the foul on my side. I'm not sure if it was a charge or not.
It was questionable.
It was. I mean, you were like kind of sliding.
Yeah, I mean, who cares at that
Great
point?
play. It was a great play.
Who cares at that point? So I walk back, and on the video clip, you can tell, like, I look at their bench. I look at DJ Wilson. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker about to get serious. But I'm trying to focus. I knew he was pissed. I don't want to be the first guy to do something.
Right.
So they called a timeout. I've walked already to their side because I'm trying to get out of there because Giannis already wanted to say something. I walk out, and then somebody calls a timeout, and we cross paths again. And I could tell he was like trying to talk or do anything. He was going for anything. And we literally cross paths, and I look away, and I would have never expected him to headbutt me. Like, I was ready to like be pushed, do the like hold me back thing, and like maybe get him a technical. You know, I was like, it's kind of cool, like to get the MVP a technical.
Yeah.
You know,
Provocative.
Like in my position, it's like, yeah, Dad, look at that. That's me. Like, cool. But like, I would have never expected him to headbutt me. That shit hurt too. I was like, bro, what the hell just happened? I was like, damn. I know he's out now, so I'll just walk back to the bench and like laugh my ass off. And but it was like not funny. It was just weird. Just a weird situation.
I mean, that was very much like a viral social media moment of like,
Yeah, you don't see headbutts in NBA games very often.
So funny story about that. I went to Greece that summer after on my vacation with some friends. I went to a small village, and they obviously somewhere at some island in Greece, and they asked me about like if I play basketball and if I know Giannis. And then we pulled up the clip and showed it to them, and they gave us like food for free and stuff. Super excited.
I thought they were gonna like kick you out of the restaurant.
No, I thought it was hilarious. But I guess Giannis never been to Palos, I guess. I don't know. I was scared they wouldn't let me in the country. I guess it wasn't that famous.
For me, that was fantastic because like I've seen that Moe in so many like closed door settings, and then to have it go viral right like that, and to like do it on that stage and have everybody be like, I mean, first of all, there's like a lot of misguided information around, or like people jumping to conclusions around like, oh, you're dirty, this, that, or whatever. But like for me, it was just like, oh, that's just Moe.
Well,
like, of course Giannis would headbutt Moe because it's
so the difficult part for me is because I'm obviously embracing that role too, and I like it and I enjoy it. But now the consequence out of that situation is I have beef with Giannis, which is not true. Like I love watching that dude play. Like I was happy for him. Like that's a narrative that I don't like, and that's whether that's Giannis or if I get a technical with you or let it be Draymond Green. I don't care. Like I don't care about, like, that's just not what I'm trying to do whatsoever in that moment. So that's the only thing I'm a little scared of, that people are just not gonna like me anymore.
Well, I mean, this is a great place to squash that beef.
Yeah. I think you're coming across pretty likable.
I appreciate that, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm trying hard.
I think that so often NBA fans jump to conclusions around who players are based off of like a handful of moments.
But that being said, is also like why we make a lot of money and why the NBA is
100%.
popular, because the drama is amazing and people love that stuff. But
absolutely. You're a part of the drama.
You are too, buddy.
I am too.
But when you're in the league long enough, you understand too. Even like when, like, I don't know, Russell Westbrook and Rajon Rondo get into things, right? They're on the team now. Like, they're pros. They figure it out. Like, that stuff is, there's levels to that stuff, levels to that shit. Like, you can put that away and just play. And obviously, it's just a different dynamic. But fans, I mean, eat it up. They love that stuff.